In this session, we will discuss, the equation of lines. Equation of lines given a slope and a y-intercept. Alright, so we're going to discuss the equation of lines given a slope and a y-intercept. Okay, when we're talking the equation of lines, we've mentioned how y equals mx plus b, which is our slope-intercept, and ax plus by equals c, which is our standard form. Those are two primary equations of lines that we would use in this course. And for me, I would say our default equation of a line would be slope-intercept form unless otherwise stated. Okay, so if ever asked for the equation of a line, you would put it in slope-intercept form unless specifically asked to put the equation of a line in standard form. Alright, so now if we're looking to create an equation of a line in slope-intercept form, well, the name of the equation, the slope-intercept equation, tells us what we need. We need a slope and a y-intercept. That's this name, slope-intercept, slope and y-intercept. So those two pieces of information are what is needed in order to create an equation of a line. So let's say if you're given slope equals 2 and your y-intercept is -1, well, then you know what m is, you know what b is, so you can write your equation y equals mx, and there's your b. So this would be your equation of a line that had a slope of 2 and had a y-intercept of -1. Very easy. Plug in the m and the b where the m and the b are supposed to be located. Let's say you had a slope of -2/3, okay, and a b of 4. Alright, still easy to do. Y equals 2/3 is your m, x, and there's your b. So that would be your equation. Well, what about if your slope is 0? Okay, and you had b equals -3. What would your equation be? Well, you would write, since slope is 0, it would be like saying y equals 0x minus 3. Okay, and because you're saying 0x, that means you have no x's, so simplified, you just write y equals -3. So that would be your equation. Okay, alright. If I told you had your slope is undefined, if I told you your slope was undefined and you had an x-intercept of, now I know we're getting away from y-intercept, but this is just to kind of show you something a little bit out of the ordinary here. If you had a slope that was undefined and an x-intercept of 5, okay, then basically undefined is telling you that you have a vertical line. Alright, and we say all vertical lines are represented by the equation x equals some number, and since we're saying the x-intercept, this vertical line is going to touch the x-axis at 5, then your equation would be x equals 5. Alright, so this was a little bit of a abnormality as it relates to what we're saying as far as given an m and given a b, but I just wanted to show you this as a special case. Okay, and this could kind of be looked at as a special case as well, although it still falls in line with given an M and given a B. Alright, now this information doesn't have to be given to you written out. It could be given to you graphically. So let me erase what we have here. One second. Okay. So we'll create our axes real quick. Okay. And alright, so we have our X and our Y axis, X and Y axis. And so if we had a situation where you had a point given to you, go back and draw a line. Okay, and you had a line that looked, let's say, something like that right there. Alright, if that was your line, I could ask you, what's my equation? What's my y equals mx plus b for this line, right? I've given you a line and I want to know y equals mx plus b. Give me the equation of this line. Alright, well, we've already said in order to create the equation of a line you need a m and a b. So the first thing we try to figure out is, well, what is my b? B is y-intercept. Remember, b is the y-intercept. So where does this line touch the y-axis? Well, it touches the y-axis right here, and that point is 1, 2, 0, 2. Alright, so my b is actually going to be 2, because b represents the y value. So my y is 2. 1, 2 for y. So now I need an m. Okay, well, I know I have another point right here, and so I can count my m. My m, remember, is rise over run. So I can go from my m up to, right? Up 1, up 2. So that's up 2. So there's my rise. And because I went up, it's a positive 2. But that would put me right here. I'm trying to get to this point. So now I would go over 2, right? Over 2, over 1, over 2. And that put me on my other point. So that would be going right 2. And because I went right, that 2 would be a positive 2. And now I have a rise over run. And 2 over 2 is just 1. So my slope, my m, in that case, would be 1. So now I have my m and my b, so I can write my equation. 1x, well, I wouldn't write the 1 in front of the x. So y equals mx plus b. And my 1 would be understood in front of that x. So this would be the equation of that line. Alright, so you can just count your slope, rise over run, from whatever your y-intercept is, from whatever your b is. and you have your M and your B. And that's pretty much it. Alright, not overly difficult. Again, if you have any questions, please contact me. Otherwise, look forward to discussing more of these equations of lines in further detail as we go forward. So at this time, we will conclude this session.